we basically got started because we worked at a high-end country club. Well, it's a country fitness club in Houston called the Houstonian, and it's really the who's who of Houston. And if you know anything about Houston, it's an oil and gas company, so it's money. And I was working in the residential area, which is a very it's older population, and I was training in there. And one day, the Secret Service comes in, and I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? And then in comes President Bush. So I just got the privilege, I went up to him, this is HW, this is 41, and I went up to him and I said, you know you're doing that equipment wrong, right? That exercise wrong, and we call it love at first sight. So we've been together for over 4 years. I've been training him, so that's really neat. That kind of is how we got started with our in-home personal training business, because shortly after, I left the club and just went and worked for him on his staff. So that's us in Kennebunkport, Maine, on his boat, which he's a bad driver, and that's okay, I can tell you that. That's not classified information. And then that's with Mrs. Bush. So I've been training both of them for over 4 years, and they are amazing people. So I'm very privileged to have that, and that's how we got started. So because of that, referrals came in. And literally, we had no structure, we had no systems, we didn't have MPE in our life, and it was me training in home, in your car. And it was only 9 clients at first, but when you're traveling around in your car from person to person, it is draining. And I was in a circle and I was in a rut, and I just couldn't go anywhere. It's really sad to admit this, because it was me holding us back from living our dream lifestyle, and it was me holding us back from not advancing. My marriage was suffering. I'm not gonna cry, but I will if it works, if I can win. Just kidding. Just kidding. But no, it's really sad. So my marriage was suffering. My business was suffering, and the whole time, Trey, who is my husband, remember at the bachelor party, not here, he brought me an email from Sean, and I was like, no, we got this. We can do this. We don't need that. And I just kept pushing him away and pushing him away. And he's like, just look at it, Danielle. And I looked at it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so wordy. I cannot even finish this. And if you know anything about MPE, it's very wordy, but it's great. It's great information. So he did, this is what where we got started. He listened to his CD with Hut and Sean, and he thought that, okay, Danielle's leaving the club, they're giving free information, we're gonna try it on our own. He met with the store manager, just one store manager. Our strategic alliance now is 12 stores, so it's fitness equipment stores, the 12, that's awesome. But we didn't have that at first. We had one store, and they would fax over leads to us, and we were getting barely any leads. And this is so sad to admit this, but they would fax it over, we'd put it in a manila folder, and I would call them when I got to it, because I was just struggling. I was going in circles, and I had no outlet. So I was like, I'll get to them when I could. So instead of accepting those leads and going with it, I was in a rut. So it just became a really big headache and a big mess, and we would fight, and that's not how, I mean, over football, that's okay, but other than that, you don't really want to fight with your husband. So we didn't have the full blessings on the owner, just a few individual stores, and it wasn't consistent, and it was really frustrating, and that's, you know, the few leads that we did have, we didn't incentivize them. We would incentivize them for whenever we sold a package, and so I'm gonna get to that a little bit later on, but you have to work with your strategic alliance, whoever it is. Get good relations with them. I mean, I am that stalker girl. I'm like, hey y'all, how's it going? I'm here again. I mean, I'm always in their face, because I want them to know that we appreciate them. It's almost like another business relationship. It is a business relationship, but it's like another partner. So the light bulbs. Well, I say we very loosely, because Trey went and did what any good husband would do after me saying no, no, no. He joined MPE without me knowing. So we can say that Sean and MPE was a big fight on our household on top of generating leads. I did go to the first spring training 2 years or over a year ago, and I met the community, and it's amazing. I'm sure you guys talk to a lot of the community around here. These people know what they're doing. They're, you know, and they have problems. And to me, that's exciting that they have problems, because I have problems too. But anyways, it just really helped. And like Sean said, we went to the consultation day here in Orlando with Hut and Sean. And it was really embarrassing, because we sat down and I felt like we were at a marriage counseling. And Sean can be intimidating if you don't know him. He's this big, tall guy, smart, and he just tells you like it is. And I was like, okay. And he's like, you just got to get out there and do it. Get more leads. I'm like, well, how? And he's like, just go home and do the consults. Trey, you just do what you do. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So when we went home, I was like, Trey, just do what you do. And I went and did the consults. So we went home, we started this Max Results program, and I'm going to show you how we did it and what we did. So we got our presentation together. We got all professional and all dressed up like I did today. We sat down with the store owner. So there's one owner for 12 stores, and they're all over Houston. And Houston is a very, very big place. So we started the strategic alliance is the max results. So what that means is we pay commission to the store managers. And I'm going to get further into it, but we pay commission to them for every lead that they send and every package that we sell. So that's more of an advantage to them because now they have a reason to send it over to us, because a lot of people that go in there want to have a trainer, they just don't know where they're going, or they think that they can do it on their own, and then that's what I come in, and thanks to AutoCloser and Dick, I close them. So we do weekly updates to the owner and the general manager. We're really close. I actually trained, when I was training, I trained the owner's wife, so I kind of, sucked up in that way too. I'm like, oh, we just love your husband. Send us more leads. But so we send weekly updates to the general manager and the manager so that they can see what's going on, and we are trying to make it as easy. Because when you have a strategic alliance, you want to make it as easy as possible for that strategic alliance. They're giving you the leads. Do whatever you can to make it easy for them, and you'll go far. Bless you. Okay, so moving on. And we do emails, like monthly email updates. So we like to, it's like a bragging rights contest, like such and such at store over here has turned in this many leads and he's receiving this much money. So then it becomes a game. Well, if that guy can do it, then I can do it too. And it works. I'm like, yeah, keep talking it up. I heard this guy's making more leads than you. That's what I always say when I go in the stores to kind of get them riled up, But it's super easy, and this is how we do it. So we use Infusionsoft, which is it's a beast, like everybody says, but it's great. So the store managers get this, and they fill it out, and this is how we can do lead scoring, which I'm going to tell you about. Because when you generate 200 leads a month, not all of them are great leads, but we do 3 lead scorings. Well, we do more, but 3 are our main ones that we focus on. So they're going to fill this out, and they're going to email this. This is the store manager. It's all set up. It's easy for them to have. They email my admin, which I have an admin now. Yay. She's awesome. So before it was me, and I'm like, oh, great, another email, which, in theory, I loved it, but I was the one doing it. So my admin will get that, and I'll show you this, guys, later, too, if you want. But so with this, they're going to get, as soon as we get that, we send a personalized thank you letter from the store and the store manager. So we're doing that, so they don't have to do that. It's a huge burden off their shoulders. And we send out a letter, a sales letter, laying out why you want to do the sales consult and demonstration. So someone comes in, they buy a piece of equipment. The sales manager fills out that lead sheet. It gets sent to us. We send out the thank you letter. We have their emails, all their information into our Infusionsoft system. And then that way we try to get them set up for a consult. My admin will contact them within 24 hours, and then they'll also get a gift certificate for an exercise demonstration or consultation. A 21-day email course, it's just 21 days of fitness, motivation, and if you're a VIP, it's a 21-day simple system, and then a fitness ebook. So this is just all great things to make your strategic alliance look better. So you buy a piece of $3,000 worth of equipment, and you're getting all this. This is amazing. So they're like, wow, these guys really care. On top of that, you're having someone like myself walk into your home and do a sales consult. Little do you know, you're going to give me your money more. But it's just another thing to make your strategic alliance look better. The follow-up. So like I just said, day 0, we get the leads. We score the leads, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. We send a thank you letter, a sales letter, and a gift certificate. And then day 4, we call. Within 24 hours, we call. And then, so lead score 1 and 2, which I'm going to get into, we will call them up to 8 times within 30 days, because these are our main guys, and I'm going to break it down for you. And then lead score 3, we'll call up to 3 times within 30 days. So if you're not within the lead score, they'll contact us, and we still do consultations because sometimes they can win, but within 200 leads, you have to filter them out for sure. So this is how we determine the follow-up. It's a lead scoring. Basically, we do it by 4 ways. Age, so the age of the customer, the amount of equipment they purchase, the type of equipment they purchase, and their home value. So the store manager submits all that information. Our admin gets into the county's appraisal district. I don't know if you guys have that. I'm sure you do. That's a good way to see where you're going. And then she will put them in an appropriate lead score. Since I do all the consults, it gets a little scary sometimes. So it's good that we have I mean, not like judging off home value, but it's good to know what area you're going into and whose home you're going into, and immediately look for the exits. I'm just kidding. That's a joke, all right? Uh-oh, what did I do? Okay, so here's how we break it down. Lead score 1, the age of 40 to 65, over $4,000 in investment equipment, and purchase of strength training equipment, and home value of $350K plus. Score 2 is all but 1, and then score 3 is all but 2 of the above, and then score 4 is only 1, and that's who will get the sales letter and all of that, but we won't call them. We'll call, remember I said we call lead score 1 and 2 up to 8 times in 30 days, and then score 3 will get called 3 times within 30 days. And the good thing is we get their email address and their home address, so we sell AvoCare, we blast them with 24-day challenges, so they're constantly getting. They may not sign up with us now, but later on, they're like, oh, a 24-day challenge. You know, we run the 24-day challenge program. We want to do that. And then that's a good way for us just to get the products into their home. So we're bringing AvoCare into their home every day. So that's another plus for us. Commission structure. This is very important. This is how we pay. So like I said, $2 per lead, and then $2 per session sold. And it does add up for these people. And so this is more of an incentive for them to make the money and for them to know that they have a good company that they can trust. So when people come in and buy this big piece of equipment, that they're gonna have a great training company come in and do that. So it's another lead. I mean, it's another win-win for them. And let's see. So in summary, you have to build, and you must build a strong relationship with your strategic alliance partner. Make sure that everything you do benefits their customers, and make sure you learn to market to your strategic alliance. So for instance, on that one, someone buys a treadmill. I go in and I do our sales, our auto closer with them, and I'm like, you know, this is really great, but what are your goals? And if they're telling me, oh, I want to lose weight, and you have this like old used treadmill, I'm like, you should really think about weight training, or you know, blah 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 blah. So they go back to the store, which is great because you want to send them back to buy more equipment at the store, right? So they go back to the store, they buy kettlebells, they buy whatever they want, they come back, and that's an extra sale for those guys, and we refer them back, and then we close them on sales, and then they have a trainer. So it's kind of you see what I'm saying? It's a win-win. You want to make sure that you market to your strategic alliance, and then that shows the owners that, okay, wait, this company really does care. And like for Christmas, guys, I butter them up. I bring all the stores, 12 stores, candy. I bring them Spark. I bring them whatever. I mean, you want to make sure you have that relationship. It's like your doctor. You want to have that good relationship because they're going to give you good stuff or bad stuff. Well, in this case, it's good stuff. But just make sure that you really make that connection with your strategic alliance. Always have that. Okay, and then let's see where we're at. You have to make it easy to refer. So whatever it is, like the sales letters, we do the thank you letters, whatever you can do to take things off their hand and make that relationship closer with your strategic alliance, it will definitely get your leads up, trust me. And then you must incentivize correctly. You gotta kind of figure out where that is with you guys. You know, we just found that through HUT that this is the best way to go, but we can definitely talk about that and help you out. And then you must have a strong follow-up and database system. Infusionsoft is ours. Make sure you have something that works for you. And then you must be relentless. It will work. Just keep to the plan. I promise you. If you would have asked me a while back if I would be up here talking, and I was so nervous this whole weekend, and I'm doing great, I think, right? Vote for me. No, right, guys? Just curious. No, I'm just joking. But no, I mean, it's amazing when you stick to, I mean, the whole thing, leadership, Sean's thing about leadership, I mean, it just hit it home. And so I would definitely say, don't give up, stick to it, and go out there and kick some butt.
You can keep up with NPE TV through Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube so that you can stay connected wherever your travels may take you.